For this video, we're going to take a look at how to do our notes for our research project. I'm starting out here in World Book in our Pioneer Life in America article, and I also already have my Noodle Tools project open and set to my note card section. For this project, since this article is so long, I'm going to actually skip the introduction and head down to my first section about why the pioneers headed west. We're interested in motivations. Why would a certain group of people make such a big risk to move west? So I will start by highlighting and copying this paragraph. And now moving back to Noodle Tools. I'm going to create a new note card. And the first thing we should do is give it a title. What's the main idea of this note card? Now from this article, we can actually get that idea right from this subtitle. You can even copy the subtitle if you want, or come up with your own version of this. Reasons for going west. I'm going to link right here in the source. Where did I get this from? World Book. We've already added this to our sources section previously, so it's ready to go. I can now copy and paste right directly here. Now in this section, you do have tools. You can, for example, make this text bigger. You have a highlighting tool. You can change the font. There's many different things you can do to make this work for you. Over here is where you paraphrase or summarize this information. It's important that this is in your own words and that you use a bulleted format. I'm going to click in this section, and right here where it says 1, 2 grouped lists is where I can add my bullets. When I click on it, it becomes a drop-down menu and I can insert a bullet. Now, I've already read this paragraph one more time, and now I'm coming back to read it again and take my notes. How I approach this is to identify the big ideas in this paragraph. The first few sentences tell us that pioneers moved west for many different reasons, and that's one of my big ideas. So I would not necessarily use full sentences. I want to keep my information brief, but not so brief that I don't remember what the notes are about. So I'm going to just say many reasons for moving west. Now, of course, any teacher is going to ask you for examples. So my big idea from this paragraph was that they moved west for many reasons, but now I'm going to need to provide some examples. I'm going to hit my Enter key and then hit my Tab key. It's located next to the letter Q on your keyboard. I'm now indenting to provide my specific examples. From the paragraph, I've read that they went for adventure. It says that they also went to make a better life for themselves. It also says that they want to improve their social and economic situation. And it then says that they want to have more say in politics. From here, it's now saying that we are moving to a new idea. These first few paragraphs, all the way up to here, listed 4 different ideas as to why somebody might want to move west. It's going to continue with that idea for the rest of this paragraph, but now all these remaining sentences, half of this entire paragraph, is going to focus on the importance of land as a motivation for moving. And I think that this is another big idea. So although this whole paragraph is about reasons for moving west, this is a second main idea in here because half of this entire paragraph is all about moving for land specifically. So I'm going to hit my Enter key twice to get back out to this black bullet so that I can come up with my second big idea. Land is a big reason to move west. Now, again, that's a big reason or a big idea, so I might ask a follow-up question. Well, why? Why was land such a major motivation? So now I want to provide those examples. I'm going to hit Enter and use my Tab key. You'll see that the paragraph goes on to talk about how there are limitations in the East for land ownership. Land, I have to hit my Enter key again. Land is expensive in the East. Land can only pass to oldest son in the family. Land in east isn't always very fertile. And if you're not sure what fertile means, you should look it up. And you could add what that definition means. And these are all examples of why land was such a reason why people wanted to move west. So what we've done is we've had our big ideas, and then we've indented to provide the examples. Now you can come in and fix spelling errors if you want to, but I often say that spelling is not that important for notes. We're not going to grade you based on spelling, and especially grammar, because we don't want you to use full sentences or paragraph structure. You want to use phrases and keep it as short as possible. This is the type of organization we're looking for. Down here with original thinking is the critical thinking piece. So you've summarized what this is about, but now we want to know what your opinions are. Think of it as you've read a book. You can tell me what the book is about, beginning, middle, end, but then I want to know your opinion. What did you think of the book? What was the best part? What was the worst part? What would you change or improve? What would you ask the author if you could ask them a question? That's really the my ideas or critical thinking piece. We want you to have at least one thing that's written here. And there's really no wrong thing to write. This just is not a space for more notes. It's really about opinions, thoughts, questions. Maybe I'm curious, how much was 10 acres of land in the East in the 1800s? Just curious about land costs. Something that I might not find the answer to, but something I'm thinking of. You could continue to go with maybe how is this going to support your final report. If you're doing an essay, a poster, a presentation, whatever your final product is, how is this going to help support that? It would be important to know why people would take such a risky journey. Again, there's nothing really right or wrong here, but you do need to have at least one thing, one type of reflection or critical thinking piece here in order to be meeting the expectations on the rubric. If you're somebody who wants to be exceeding expectations, you should have at least 3 different things here, and they should be in bulleted format. So this is just a quick look at how to do notes, giving you some ideas of how they should be organized, what that expectation is. You can always check in with one of the teachers when you're in class.